on. I've used Roll20, not.
You roll directly from the character sheet. All you do is hover over whatever I tell you to use. Like if I say athletics, acrobatics, whatever it is, you just hover over it, click it, and it's done. It's that simple. Yep, very intuitive system. Especially for us old timers, you know. Thank God it was, or I wouldn't have been able to use it. So I'm like, yo, man, if it's more than just a click, it's too much for me. All right. So we'll get started here. For most of your life, you have lived hand to mouth, taking up any job or quest to keep your belly full. But now the worm has turned, and either through shrewd tactics, use of force, or simple blind luck, you have come into possession of a map detailing the whereabouts of one of the most legendary treasures of all Faerun, the Golden Hammer of Kaz. Knowing that legendary items often equate to unimaginably heavy gold purse, you have made your way to the town of Dagger Falls. Inside the ruined church of Lathander is an entrance to a forgotten crypt, where the map claims the item lies in an unknown antechamber. Whether it be greed, bravado, stupidity, or a combination of all three, you have decided to begin your descent into this pit of horrors with a local laborer named Javier in tow. And this is where your story begins. And let me put out Javier for you. Seems like I always forget to put out Javier. You should have a picture of a ruined church in front of you.
Give me 1 second. I haven't got
For
it yet.
Twitch. You should be twitching out, seeing your characters.
Well, we are, but haven't.
Right there. In front of you. Can y'all see the board?
Oh, yeah. It's not involved. There we go.
Not yet. You might have to place us on it.
Ooh, I'm getting some feedback. Someone is playing some music there. Okay, there we go. You should see yourselves up there on the board with your characters. You got your Azamar. You got Javier, the local laborer with his shovel.
Is it on Roll20 or is it on Discord?
It's on Twitch. It's on Twitch. It's on Twitch. Remember, there's the Twitch I told you had to.
Let me just activate.
But he can activate. To make it easier for you, my assistant just heard me say that, so he's going to activate it right on Discord for you. Make it even simple.
Like this.
Or you could just go to Twitch, whichever easier. But right now we're on Twitch. You'll see a nice little ruined church.
Yep, I just gotta fix everybody's screen.
Oh, so can you all see it now?
I see it. I'm trying
Okay.
to see where my character is.
Yes.
All right.
tabaxi is-
All right, here, I'll point it out with the laser pointer. Here you go. I got this problem. We dealt with these issues through many performances. That's why we have a laser pointer. All right, this is the bugbear with my shaky old man hands. This is the bugbear. This is the tabaxi. This is the Azamar. This is Javier. And this is the wizard, the Yonti Pureblood. All right, were y'all able to see that?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got wings. Look at there. Good.
And then I guess I got one more question for you. As far as, are we going to be using the Twitch map for everything? Are we going to be using the Roll20 map at
Nope.
all? Because
Nope.
Okay, so I
Only
just
thing
have
you
my
use-
character screen, my character sheet up there, and I should be good.
Yep, all you're using Roll24 is just to make your rolls. Everything else now is like you're sitting at the table at my house hanging out.
Okay, great.
All right. So you see, Javier, look, senors, no one has ever come out of there alive. I don't think we should go in. Perhaps we should turn back. I know you have paid me, but I am not thinking this is enough money to go in, enough gold. Say, please, this place is dangerous. Javier's, he's biting his fingernails, looking at you. Let's go to the tavern and have a drink. Whatever is here is not worth dying for, senors. So what? I'll go down a line, ask everybody what they want to do here. Jay, we'll say actually, Chip, what do you want to do? You see Javier, he's all, I don't want to go in here, please, please.
Ever been in here, Javier? We just heard rumors of it.
Have I ever been in here?
But you haven't, right?
Did you just ask have I ever been in this pit of hell?
You've been down here. Why are you so afraid of it?
I've never been down here before. This place was just found recently. I have never been a local digger. I am a dung farmer. I usually transport the poo from one farm to another to make fertilizer. I am not an adventurer. The only reason I'm coming is because you paid something extravagant amount, 10 gold pieces to dig. Hell, I would dig across Faerun all the way to Waterdeep for that much money. But now that I'm seeing, maybe it perhaps is a little bit, I bit off more than I could chew here, senor. It's too much for me. Please, let us leave.
Fortunately, fortunately or unfortunately for you, we're obligated to go in here. It can be rich beyond belief if you wish to come with us.
Rich? You're going to pay me more gold? Oh, perhaps you are not so bad after all. Perhaps I am wrong about you. But can you pay me more gold now?
Success brings much coin.
Oh, I like this. A fair deal after all. Okay, well, I stay behind. I follow you in. So, all right. So Javier is hanging back there right now. We've got Chip. You just asked him. Sayak, what do you want to do?
I will just, I guess, do we know what we're doing here? I mean, as far do we have an initial plan that we're thinking about?
Let me go ahead and put you actually now. You've entered the ruins. So let me show you what you see in front of you. Because I assume obviously y'all don't. Do y'all want to go back to the tavern as Javier suggests? Or do you want to go forward?
We came here for the hammer. We came here for treasure.
Damn.
For glory.
Damn right. All right. So we're going forward here. So we're going to have y'all kind of hanging out here. Who wants to be the leader of the group? Who's going in the first position forward?
Malice will be the leader, and he starts to pull a torch out of his pack and scratches his head. And any of you make pretty lights?
I can't see. Malice is the bugbear, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have any pretty lights myself, so I can make. I can see in the dark to some extent, though.
I believe I can as well, but humans have weak eyes.
And so London picks up a little pebble and then casts light on the pebble to give to Malice.
All right, so now Malice has a little bit of light down there to see with. I'll let my assistant fix this camera for you. So I can go back over there. And let me go down the line, because now what you're going to see before you is the entrance. And let me give you a little bit of a description now that Malice has his light up with his pebble. I assume you're holding that pebble in your hand, Malice?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so you're holding your pebble. All right, as you enter down into the taverns, you notice it's an old, moldy smell. You see walls dripping with a little bit of water and muck, which looks like years of grime has built up on them. You also see some of the rock itself is old and crumbling, and even as you're walking, like Malice notices right in front of him, it looks like a few trickles of sand have fallen down in front of him. He noticed from the stone above, and that is what you're seeing. Can you see it on the camera? No, you can't. You're just seeing a area that we're trying to get here. I'll let him get that. We can get that down, JC. There we go. We got a little bit. Okay, there you go. You can see yourselves coming in. There's the fog of war. That's what those black pieces of paper represent, so you can't see what's ahead of you. Basically, all you can see ahead of you from your vision at this point is you see a barrel and a chair and what looks like in the distance some dented, rusty like swords and shields. And that's ahead of the area where you saw like the little bit of sand falling from the ceiling. So let's go down the list. I'll ask everybody what they want to do. Let's start with our rogue, Syak. What do you want to do?
I will just kind of move ahead a little bit, and you said that this place has been recently discovered. That's what we know at this point.
Yes, this was in the beginning. You had come across a map that had revealed that in this new antechamber, recently discovered was, it led a secret entrance to the Hammer of Kaz. It's underneath the ruined Temple of Athander here in Dagger Falls. And that map came into your possession, whether it was luck, like I said, luck, bravado, whatever it is. Lucky for you, you came across this map, and now you know that it's down in here. But the ruins themselves were recently discovered, and again, that's why you now have come into this possession of this map. Quick Deus Ex Machina hook to get us in there.
Yes. Well, it's always good luck to start off with checking for quick traps in the very first area you come to. That always sets the tone. So I think I will go to kind of the entrance of this room and just do a quick check for any traps.
All right, so you're going to investigate. Go ahead and give me an investigation roll, please.
All right. Now I got to go find that investigation. All right. And do we announce our numbers, or you see them over there fine, or how do we?
No, you can announce. I'm not that hard, man. I don't care. I even tell you what you need sometimes. You are. Let me describe what happens as you're doing that. Hold on a second, guys. As you move through the dungeon's dark corridors looking for traps, you stop as you feel a few grains of that sand, what feels like hitting your neck. Because you are looking, you know sand does not fall up. Your reflexes kick in to action as rubble and debris pour out from the ceiling. As the entire corridor partially collapses, you jump forward towards the only clear area your eyes can focus just narrowly, missing a possibly lethal blow. And let me show you the trap. Unfortunately, it looks like the trap has already been set off by one of the weight of your characters, but this rock actually falls down when you hit the little thing just right. So luckily you dodged the collapsing rock, and you were dived forward to Tabaxi with her cat-like reflexes into the room. And now you're able to see this within the room itself. You see, let me describe to you, you see dented shields or old rusted shields, 2 piles of bones, an old barrel that looks, barely held together, and a broken chair all sitting in this room. And to your left is a portcullis. Do the other people want to move into the room? By the way,
And so
Safe now.
as London saw Syak do that, he wants to look around and see if there are any other footprints or any other kind of markings that someone has been there recently.
you got it. London, you're the rogue?
The bard.
The bar. Okay, so you're back here. Okay, so the rogues have their turn. Let's go down the list. Next person, actually, let's start with the fighter. Sorry, I don't know all your names yet. Let's start with the fighter, the bugbear. What do you want to do, Mr. Fighter?
I want to advance. I don't like the shaky ceiling, but I'm probably just as much looking at that as I am around the room, and percepting to see if there's any latent dangers.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception roll. Let me know what it is as you move forward. Next to the rogue, put the rogue right here. What did you get, bud?
All right, in perception it'll be 11.
11. All right, everything looks good. You don't really notice any particular dangers or anything like that as you're walking forward. Looks as if the debris is right. The rock itself was about it. Javier is freaking out. I told you, senors, this is death. This place is death. We should leave immediately. What is wrong with you people? Look, I tell you what. I give you
2 of the gold pieces back. You only pay me 8 gold pieces. And what you say?
Silence, you hurt my ears and alert our enemies.
You said the exact same thing the last party said. Okay, senor. I try to keep it down, but please, let's make it quick. All right, so Javier is still standing back here. He's already hanging. He just saw the debris fall. What does our wizard want to do, our Yanti Pureblood?
So I meant to ask this before we get started, but can I assume that I cast Mage Armor? That's an 8-hour duration. Before we studied for my spell.
You're good. You got your mage armor up, buddy. I'm not going to be a harsh DM. Yeah. No, you can't have it on your one GARYCON game with me. No! F you! You must suffer and have nothing! What?
Damn it! We got no armor, we got nothing. I'm going to take Javier's advice. I'm out of here, guys. What is the, we've got a pile of bones. I wouldn't mind looking through that. Is that a chest in the middle of our box of some sort?
This is just an old broken barrel, an old broken chair. You've got some dented, rusty shields right here.
Chair.
Let me give you a better description, actually. Now that we're all moved into the room, I'll give you a full description of the room. Because the bard said he was moving in as well, so I'll move you there. And the Yanti Pureblood, I assume you're moving in. So y'all are basically moving into the room, I assume. Nothing's going to kill you right now. Nothing, okay, so y'all are in the room.
Right.
Not yet. Y'all are in the room. All right. And let me give you a good description so you can get a full thing here. To know exactly what you can look at and search in this room. All right.
There's no need to map this ourselves, right?
What'd you say, buddy?
There's no need to map this ourselves.
Oh,
Kind of.
no. Dude, no. You don't need to make a map of this place. No. Yeah, man, I'm not that. Oh, God, man, you must have a cruel DM. Make a map! So-
Yeah, I had one who asked if anyone wanted to map it. Someone said no, and we got lost for like 4 hours.
Oh my God, that would. Oh, all right. Well, let me describe. That ain't gonna happen with us. Let me describe what you see here. As you continue past the rubble, the smell of mold and mildew permeates the air. Old cracked stone and then darkness is all that follows, with only the sound of screams. Ah! And footfalls trailing off into the darkness. An indicator of possible woe to follow. As your eyes adjust to the light, you see before you a large square room with a large mound of sand in the right-hand side floor, and dented rusty shields adorn the wall. Many are covered with graffiti of former adventurers, some less successful than others. So at this point, it is now, what do y'all want to do? I'll go back down the list. Let's start with our wizard, Chip. What do you want to do?
I like to look and see what's in here. I'll poke through the pile of bones, I guess.
All right, give me an investigation roll. Hello?
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't know where.
Oh, okay. Just go on your character sheet, hover over the word investigation, and just click on it. That's all you got to do. There you go. Ooh. And you ain't found Jack. You found Jack and shit. That's about what you found. Okay, so no, you searched. You search the bones, and with your crit fail, you find absolutely nothing but old, nasty, dirty, smelly bones.
There's bones over here. Did you see this?
Well,
I could tell that they were bones.
You said those were the bones of Jack and shit?
Yes, he was a very famous adventurer of Faerun. You should check him out. Jack and shit. He actually used to hang with Driss Dilward. Did you know him?
No.
Ah, yes, very famous adventurer, that Driss. All right, so let's go. See, this is how our games are. No, but since we're on a time limit, I can't dick off too much. let's let's go check out our bard. What's our bard doing?
So when we came in the room, you described some graffiti on the wall on some crest or shields or something. Is there anything that we can make out from that?
You could go over and check it out.
Yeah, I would like to go over and check it out, see if I recognize any of the names or words or phrases or something.
Okay. As you begin to move the old, dented, rusty shields, a rat quickly scurries out of the darkness, only to disappear back into it. The heavy corrosion of the shields causes some of them to crumble into a fine red powder at the slightest touch. Scanning the debris, you see little of use, but a small piece of parchment catches your eye.
So I can reach down and grab the parchment and...
Okay. What languages do you speak?
Let's see, Celestial and Common.
It's a writing you don't recognize.
So then I turn around to the group with the parchment and approach the group and say, does anybody recognize the writing on this paper?
To save us.
See abyssal or dwarvish, and you said Draconic, right?
Whoever speaks Dwarvish, if you speak Dwarvish, there you go. Okay, so the person who speaks Dwarvish, you actually recognize it. It's actually a very famous Dwarvish saying, but it's not a very good one. Bodes well. It says, you know this Dwarven saying all too well. Liberatis Sulome. It means save yourselves. Senor, what does that letter say? Does it speak of treasure? Or not of danger, I hope? What does it speak of, senors?
Great fortune lies within.
Oh, gosh. My wife will be so happy. She told me I should not come down here. She says I am good for nothing, but I am determined to prove her wrong.
So the bard looks at Javier and says, save yourselves means you'll be able to do whatever you want once we get this treasure.
So, real quick, what does our fighter do, Mr. Jim?
So the fighter is looking at the bones and mumbling to himself, I don't care who that was. They were no good. And suggests to the group as he walks forward, we write our names after we have bested this place.
Big
We'll
balls. Yeah. Yeah. Get the big balls out.
And then London looks at Malice and be like, I'll be your hype man.
And yeah, he will advance. He pulls out his crossbow, but makes sure his axe is at the ready on his back, and he will advance towards the gate.
Okay, it's at the ready, but you're not.
That.
If you have your crossbow out, then you're not holding your action with your great axe. Be aware of that. You got it. I mean, obviously,
Sure,
it's
sure.
ready. Okay, I just want to make sure because I don't want you thinking that you're holding an action with both the crossbow held and your axe. Just waiting for somebody to roll out.
No,
All right.
no, I got you. Mechanics wise, I realized that. I was more like
I know.
flavor, making sure it's not stuck in straps, that type of thing.
You're ready to kill with it.
Oh yeah.
All right. So let's see who's next here. Got fire. We checked out our bard. Does the wizard want to, or the rogue want to do anything here?
Yes, I will walk cat-like over to that portcullis as well, and do another check just to see if I see any suspicious traps or anything around the portcullis.
Do an investigation for me. And does anybody want to do anything else in the room? You got the sand, you got the shields, you had the bones. Is there anything else anybody wants to do in the room?
Yeah, I wanted to check out that sand and see if there was anything buried there or did it come collapsing because of another trap or anything like that.
All right, who's that speaking?
London, the bard.
Okay, the bard. Okay. All right, well, that's perfect. So you're going over there to check out the sand. All right. Go ahead and I'll just read to you. You don't need, this isn't really an investigation for this one. Let me just read this to you. You reach down And well, how do you search it? Are you putting your hands in it, or are you poking it? What are you doing first of all?
Yeah, I take my long sword and then I just kind of jab into around the base of the sand and, kind of slowly going up the mound.
Okay, so you're just poking at the sand itself and just going back and forth. Okay.
To
As
see if
you
there was anything maybe hidden underneath there, or is it burying something or something like that?
absolutely, you plunge your sword into there and you begin going, searching from to and fro. Large grains begin to scrape against the sword itself as you continue to search. And after a moment, you kind of hear this like dink. And it kind of like that pause, when you hit something, a little bit of weight. But then, since you're in that continual motion, it kind of goes over the dink. But you dinked something hard and something metal.
And so I tell this information to the group. I was like, guys, I think there's something underneath here, buried. And so as he does that, he's like takes his sword and try to move away some more sand to see if it can expose maybe some of the metal.
Okay.
Or see what's under there a little bit more.
All right, so you're pushing it away, and you see, as you push the sand away, and you're scraping away at your sword, you eventually gets to what looks like a ring. But what's even more surprising is underneath the weight of the sand, you're surprised to see that the ring is still attached to a finger. Javier sees this. He tries to cover his mouth in silence. It's a finger! A finger! It's with a ring.
Wanda may not be as squeamish as Javier, but he does look to the group and be like, what do you guys think? Do I pick it up? Do I touch it? Javier, come over here and touch this thing.
I'm not touching anything. You have to. I tell you, you haven't paid me enough to touch a ring. Unless I got to keep ring, can I keep it if I touch it?
If there's no use for us in this adventure, you can have it afterward.
Oh, so you want Javier? So you want Javier to risk life? You want Javier to risk, but you know what to pay? No, senor. No.
You're so brave. That's why you're here. You're so brave.
I am a 0 level character. What the hell do you want?
I'm a level 1 character. I was hoping that you were more brave than I.
Is it a skeletal finger? Is it like a rotten flesh finger? And the ring, is it gold, silver?
It looks to be like a gold ring, and it's it's on a skeletal finger itself, like just an old skeletal finger, but it looks to be like a gold ring. You could easily slip it off if you wanted.
Maybe brush off some more sand and.
With us.
What do you want to do, guys?
Want to try put
Yeah,
it on? If not, bring it with us.
All right, let me go down the list so everybody's not talking over each other. I'm sorry about that. Make it easier. We'll go with our rogue first. Rogue, what do you want to do?
I would suggest maybe let's clear off more of the sand to see what kind of if there's a whole body attached to it or something like that first before you take it. Maybe.
Okay, go ahead and let's just do that. We'll say that you start clearing off the sand, pushing it away. You don't see anything else. There's no other body. It's just it was just that sand itself and that finger.
A finger from nowhere.
With a ring on it.
I can grab it if no one else wants to.
Wait, what was that? Who was talking after the rogue? Sayak just finished. Who somebody said something while Sayak was talking a little bit. Who was that? Don't be afraid to speak up now. All right. We'll go back down the list. Sayak, you had wanted to clear away the sand. We cleared away the sand. There was no more bodies underneath. All you found was the finger. Chip, what do you want to do?
Move on. I say we either, if we're not going to put it on, at least grab it and bring it with us. If someone wants to put it on, I suggest you go ahead.
Okay. So you're saying that someone else can have the ring, somebody else wants to put it on. London, what do you want to do, bud?
So I just reach down and pick up the ring since we know that there's only the little finger there and the little gold ring on it. So I just reach it down and pick it up.
So, all right. So you're grabbing taking the ring, and then Jim, what do you want to do?
Malus has a single-minded focus. He's still looking at the portcullis. At this point, he's trying to see if he can lift it up, lift it down, break it, whatever he can do.
Give me a perception roll. Actually, let's do the ring first, and then Malice, I want you to give me a perception roll since you've been standing there for a few minutes intently standing. So that means you probably have a little bit more of a... and we're going to do that at advantage since you've been standing there intently looking. But for the ring, you notice when you take off the ring, do you put the ring on?
I do not. I just hold it in my hand, kind of expecting at first. And then after that, we'll just put it in my pouch, little pocket.
Okay. It does seem to emit like you can feel a little bit of warmth, almost like a magical aura to the ring itself. But you put it into your pouch. Unless you want to identify it.
Strange about this ring, guys. It got a little magic. We'll save this for later. Let's keep going.
Y'all are some scared rabbits. God, y'all play with some mean DMs. I can tell. All right. Is it cursed? I ain't putting it on. You put it on. I know it's cursed. All right. So let's do a perception roll. And you rolled a 9 and a 4. All right. You're just standing there intently, all you see really before you is the portcullis itself. Go ahead. You're looking around. You said also to see if there's a way to open it. Give me an investigation roll, please.
Mm-hmm. Investigation. Okay.
Oh my God, bro. You are rolling ass. I mean,
well,
you must have the ass dice. Yeah. I mean, okay, well, you don't really, you're looking around and you don't really notice any way to get in. Do you want to, do you want to discuss this with your party before you try just lifting it up?
No, I don't think Malus would discuss
But I
it.
wrote.
He thinks we're spending too much time looking around this room for petty baubles. So he will try to use brute force strength.
You heard him, guys. All right, Malice. Malice attempts to use brute force strength. Roll a strength save for me and get more than a 10, or strength check and more than a 10. 10 or more.
Oh, there we
22.
go. He was serious.
Okay, he was pissed. All right, so you lift that up, and let me show you what this room opens up into, and then we're gonna do a little description because some fun stuff. Since he just blasted his way into that room, like, man, I'm going in here. Tired of waiting.
He heard the screams. He heard the score. He wanted to get with it.
Bunch of punk suckers making me wait. All right.
Don't worry, Javier. He didn't mean it personally against you.
All right. So you do that, and at that moment, as you open up, and this portcullis makes an incredible. Now, this portcullis was already old. Oh, I almost fell there. This portcullis was already old, so it's rusty and was falling apart. So it makes the most god-awful screech. But right before that, you had just began to hear this little bit of a conversation like, you're me. You cheat. I don't cheat. You cheat. Wait a minute. And right as the portcullis is going up, this is what you hear. What is that? What's that sound? I smell meat. Do you smell the meat? I smell meat. I smell food. And then you see these 4 orcs instantly start running for the door. Bam, bam, bam. Let's get some initiative going. They see you. You could have stealthed in there, but, whatever.
Yeah, sorry guys, and I'm definitely not trying to get us killed, but I'm just trying to play the character.
No, I like that you're playing it like that. I've already rolled initiative, and if you want to check the chat logs, you can see I did. You go all the way up early in chat logs, you'll see the initiative rolls for the orcs. So I did. London's a 19. Yeah, that was kind of funny. We have a guy in the
You
evil
know-
group. His name is Cutter. He does the exact same thing. He just is like, he's an evil barbarian. So he just is like, to hell with this. I'm going in. Leroy Jenkins this month, and that's it. I mean, so it's funny that you're the same personality. Chip, what's your initiative, bud?
Well,
You want to roll it?
let me. Yeah. Which tab is on? We're going. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going. Yeah, we're going through Discord, right?
Well, roll 20. Just click on the little thing that says initiative on your character sheet. There you go. Should see like a.
Oh, I'm in the wrong section. I'm sorry. I'm in the spell section.
It's okay. If you click on core, click on the thing that says core at one of the tabs, and then where you see initiative, just click on initiative, and the roll will come up.
We're gonna. How am I missing?
In the top of the middle tab, or the middle column there on the core.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go. Perfect. Good job, man. 7.15. All right, so let's get these in order. Bard is obviously going first.
Bring it.
Go second. There's 6. That's the right order. Syak is 16, so he would go after that first orc. Goes after him. No, that orc goes last. All right, the order is London, then orc, then Syak, then orc, Chip, Jim, then orc. So it is London, your turn. What do you want to do?
So if we could see on the other room, like where my token would be, or where my character would be, to kind of see. So they are at the door now, or they are where they're at in the room, right?
Let's see if we can give you an alternating view so you can see. JC, can you pull up the other older room so they can see their characters in the other room? And then I'll use the laser pointer to Now, each one of these blocks, those squares on the map that you see, represents 5 feet. So if you had 30 feet, you'd get 6 blocks. I assume you know that, but just in case. And at the door, I'll describe who's there until the camera. Obviously, you have right at the door itself, you have our fighter. He is at the door, so let me put right at the door. Then we had the rogue is over by the sand. And we had the Azamora, excuse me, not the rogue, the bard was by the sand, the rogue was by the bones, and our wizard was kind of like floating right around here in the center. Hopefully y'all can see yourselves now.
Yep, there he was.
All right, he's getting it. I'm just trying to help you. So what would you like to do, though, Mr. Bard? You were about, I'll say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps away from the portcullis. So you could make it 1 step right into the room, right about there. If you could see that green dot, is where you would be if you came in. As far as you can make it walking. You can't really
so
see.
when I get to that point, I wouldn't be able to see anything when I got to that point, could I? Because I didn't see your laser pointer. Yeah.
Yeah, you would be able to see. You could get into the room. So at that point, you'd be able to see pretty much the entire room. It'd be right.
All right. So when I come in, I just aim at the first orc on the other side of this column that I can see that's kind of charging us, and then I just cast vicious mockery at him.
Vicious mockery.
And then I say when I cast, it's like, you ain't gonna taste me on no meats.
So yeah, you could get. Oh, yeah. You could get the orc that you can get is you can see this one, and you can see this one. This one might be a little bit hard line of sight. Yeah, you can still see those guys. So yeah, you can see all four. So you want the one closest to you?
The one that looks like he's charging us, yeah.
Okay, so remember that. Let me move everybody into the room. So we'll do Vicious Mockery. Go ahead and I'll get JC to move those characters. Here, JC, you want to use the pen? Then whenever they want to move, you can just say. All right. So what does that Vicious Mockery do again? I know it's like...
It's a DC wisdom save, 13.
Okay, let me pull that up. DC 13. Orc. One closest to you. We'll just call that Orc 1. Orc. Wisdom save. Ooh, that is a fail, I'm pretty sure.
And they take 2 wonderful hits of psychic damage.
Do it, baby.
Where they know that none of us are going to taste any good.
What's that damage? Up two. Oh, just 2. All right. So you want to describe your damage? Just how you do it? Or you want me to describe it?
Oh, I'll describe it because I'm embarrassed that it's only 2. So as I come in, from this sand, still holding my greatsword, walking into the room because I'm excited, right? Malice is very excited. He made me excited, So when I come in, I shoot the Vicious Mockery at him, and then just embarrassed that it's only 2. And I was like, man, maybe I am a squishy little bard after all.
Funny song, bard. Your words not so cutting.
All right. So next, you took off 2 points. Let's just minus that too. My assistant is pissed at one of the cameras. So let's get take that points off there. -2. All right, and next,
Orc number 1 is going to strike me.
Yep, just Mr. Orc has come up. It is now his turn. Let's see, where should I attack? Who could? I guess I'll come up with this Mr. Orky right there. One day we're gonna get a robot to move all the pieces for us. That's a joke. We're not really getting a robot, guys.
I mean, that would be awesome.
Yeah, it would be, but highly expensive. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so he got 4. He can move right up here and get you. So he's going to take a nice attack on that. So I'd only be able to move 1 more up there. Next one. All right. He is going to attack that bard with his great axe.
Up here will be fresh meat. I like the wing. It's always the best piece.
That's what he's saying to your bard. All right, so 21. What is that? Is that obviously hits? But
that's an obvious hit, yeah. And then as it happens, the bard goes, everybody always talks about wanting to eat my wings, as he takes an incredible amount of 11 points of damage.
Ouch.
Yeah, sorry about that high roll.
Unconscious.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
I've been rolling
unconscious. Yeah. So y'all have fun. The DM did say he was going to kill folks. He prophesized it.
Don't, guys. You know what's funny is the last group I was rolling high too. I don't know what's going on, dude. I'm not hacking Roll20. I promise. I don't even know how to hack at my age. And I've been just rolling high today. All right, so he comes over.
I told you I like the wing.
And as he comes down with his great axe, You just try to get out the way, but you can't make it. As you dodge your wing, it does get caught, and it chops, that slices the top of your wing off. You actually see the arterial spray come up from the wing. The splatter hits your teammates behind you through the portcullis in the face. The fighter gets pissed. You know, just anger that his friend is being attacked and the blood's now flowing on him. You go down as you see your eyes kind of roll back and go into unconscious. You see your own wing still flopping with the feathers trying to move next to you, knowing that it's already been chopped off, and that's the last thing you see as you drift away into unconsciousness. But you still get death rolls. You gotta get death saves. And there's always magic Deus Ex Machina. So,
I have another wing, so I'm good. Yeah.
yeah, another one. So now that is the orc's turn. It is now Syak, the rogue's turn.
He says, "No, my sneak attack, and there goes our healing." And
What a friend!
I will. I'm just going to, because I just saw him take a massive hit. I'm just going to step kind of behind the massive bugbear friend here, so that I have looks like I would still have a line of shot. I'm gonna throw a dagger at this the orc that just swatted him down.
All right, so you're gonna try to throw a dagger at him?
Yeah. Yep.
Do it, baby. Roll it up.
All right.
Oh, that's a hit.
15. All right, and then it
All
looks
right.
like it does 7. Okay.
All right. So,
Bad for a dagger.
no, not bad at all. So that orc takes 7 points minus 7.
Good job.
All right, let me go. Do you want to describe your attack, or do you want me to do it?
I'll throw it, and as he's taunting our bard, it hits him kind of in his shoulder as his head is turned. Not the bard, the orc.
Okay, so your knife kind of like as the mockery is going on, you take your knife and you deftly swing with your cat-like reflexes. You actually do a spin maneuver behind the fighter as he's sitting there. I just broke through the portcullis. You take your dagger out from your belt, whip it across. You see it fly through the air past the head of it's perfectly aimed through the actual spot right gap of the head of the fighter, and then straight onto the shoulder. It hits the orc square in the center. You see the little piece of the meat as it goes in, go around the flake of the blade. So now there's a little piece of meat hanging onto the blade as the orc pulls it out.
Bastard! Feline bitch!
And he pulls out the knife and throws it.
You'll die last!
That's okay.
All right.
Shit.
So now it is Orc 3's turn. They're going to stand where he is at, or Orc 2, I should say, or 3, and he is going to go ahead and javelin. Let's see if I can hit anybody. Nope, I got to move up. Y'all making me move up. Scaredy Cat's not coming into the room. Other than the fighter just...
Hey, I tried, then I got killed. Why would they do it? You know?
The fighter just ran up in there. It's funny, the fighters went to open the door, but the bar didn't open. So wait a minute, 1, there. Farthest we can move it. All right, so they're all in a line now, trying to get you. That one's last. Those two orcs are about to go. I know where they're both gonna move. And these two orcs will get their javelin. And they are going to try to attack. Who is the best person? Oh, we got the fighter, and I see the Wizzy back there. All right, so let's go for the fighter first. The javelin. So orcs come running up with their javelins ready to throw. Roll 20s, going slow here, so javelins need a moment. There we go. Oh, nope, wrong one. That was melee, meant to hit ranged. There you go. There's the proper roll. Would you prefer the first roll? We can go with the first roll. I think I can tell by that sound. Yeah, that's always a bad sound. So we can go with the first roll. It's okay because technically there were still +5 rolls, so it would have been the same roll either which way. We'll just say that first roll was for the because I have 2 attacks anyway. So that first roll missed on the fighter. The second roll hit on the Wizzy because that 19 was for the Wizzy. So 4 points of damage. So let me describe how this goes down. You know, they just saw their friend.
Ah, oh, I like you brought down the angel meat. I call the thigh.
I want it. I want the leg. He got feet. He doesn't need those now.
And the other 2 come running up. They whip their javelins. The first javelin, I guess it was just so excited at seeing, they was going to get some meat, that the one javelin just is way off target, ends up going down and hitting into the stone itself, deflects off the stone, actually breaks into from the cheaply made orc wood. Not that you can make any cheap wood. Anyway. Then the next javelin, now this one's a little bit more on target. He was a little bit calm, even though he talks not as well. His javelin, he picks it up and goes sailing right through. The fighter tries to catch it or at least hit it off target, but he's unfortunately, it goes right through. He can't get it, and it goes right into the thigh of the wizard and out the back, breaking the bone and giving a compound fracture, not out of the front of the thigh, but out of the back of the thigh. So you can't even see the wound. You're just turning around trying to hold the wound in the back, and you can actually feel the sharpness of the bone as it slices your fingers, just trying to hold and push this bone back in.
Ah! I'll take blood wine. Oh, that'll make a good cup.
What? Somebody said something?
Yeah, get over here, buddy.
I couldn't hear you that well. You kind of were distorted. I'm sorry.
No, I just said, Javier, get over here.
Javier, he's like, you just see him, he's crouched he doesn't even say anything, he's just shaking his head like that, like no one even come. He's way in the back in the hallway still. He's not even close to that room. Javier's no fool, man. Alright. Senor, you must fight yourselves. I did not come to fight, that is not what you paid me for. No, turn around and pay attention. I'm not want to die down here. I got 5 kids to feed. Alright, so the orcs have went. It is now time for Wizard Chip. Your turn, bud.
Wizard's gonna drop a sleep spell and get all of them, including the back guy. It's a 60-foot range with a center and a 20 feet sphere.
A 20-foot spear. So that would
20-foot sphere with 5d8 of creatures it affects, starting with the one beast.
hold on.
Hit points.
I think I got you. And you're gonna try to get
he's
the.
got a spear he's gonna bring out.
Yeah, I got the templates.
That's awesome.
I just have to find I have to make sure we got the sleep one here. You said a 20-foot spear. No, it's not this one. Somehow I think it should be larger for sleep. Pretty sure. Anyway,
The ground tiles.
can you tell?
It's
Can you tell which ones it's gonna get?
gonna get all of them. It's just gonna get them too.
All
It's
right,
gonna be like at the corner, near corner of that triangle, just about.
all right. Well, here's a
Just get
20-foot
all.
spear. Here's 20 feet because the other one's fireball. So here's 20 feet. You want to get all
To
4 of
these
them?
tiles, it's 5 feet, right?
Oh my God! Look, just got it.
Damn, nice.
Because this one, technically, that is in the square. Just got it with that 20-foot square. All right. Or 20-foot spear, so. All right. You're able to get all 4 of those guys. You're asleep, I believe, here, because that looks like.
Nice.
All right. And I know that in 5th edition, unlike 1st and 2nd edition, it's based purely on hit point. It's pretty much a guarantee they'll go down.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think there's a saving throw or anything. Yeah, for sleep in the 5th edition, there's no saving throw. Just straight. Yeah, just go ahead and click on the spell. Just click on sleep.
Actually, click on the spell itself.
Yeah, just click on sleep. It'll actually show you like what it does, or I can just pull it up. I just want to make sure. I mean, that there's no. I don't think there's a saving throw, and orcs aren't immune.
Got 20 hit points.
Oh, that's good. So I think that's gonna do it. Hold on, let me make sure. We got 20. So that one has, because you did damage to that one already. That one's full. That one's full. You only got 20 hit points worth. Wow. It's kind of low. Seems like. So you got 2 of them.
40.
What?
5d8 worth of hit points.
Yeah. So you only got, but it said you only got 20 here. That's all right. So 20 hit points worth of characters. So that means 2 of them go down. The one that was already damaged plus one that seems uninjured goes down.
Okay.
So 2 of them, I'll go ahead and put the ones that fell down. The one closest to you. And then the one right behind him, we'll just say, just to make it easy from a mechanic point of view. This one goes down. This one, they're both asleep. Sleeping little orcs now.
Great.
All right, so you still got 2 though. Up. The orcs,
Our friends, they put them to sleep. Hurry, kill the magic user. Don't let him cast any more spells.
all right, anything else you want to do, Chip?
No, I mean, I want to back up because I'm only got 3 hit points left.
All right, so you're backing up out of there.
I'll back up.
Okay, I'm not going to get up to move you back right now. Just remember that you did, so we'll just remember. So this way, if you need to move again, we'll just remember. You're out of eye. I know what you're out of contact, but I can't see you. You backed up far enough. All right, our fighter. It is your turn now, Mr. Jim.
Okay, so quick question, Tony. Just because I'm not as familiar with this system as Pathfinder, is using intimidation, is that an action or what does that constitute as?
I believe it is that if you use a skill, I'll even look it up just to make sure. I'm not as familiar as I am with 1st edition and 2nd edition, so I'll tell you right now. Yeah, you can attack, cast spell, dash, disengage, dodge, help, hide, ready, search, use a magic, use a special ability. All right, so use a class feature or other special abilities. So yeah, that would be trying to intimidate them. Would probably be. I would think it's more of a bonus action. I would think though, intimidation. So you could attack and then try to intimidate.
Okay.
So at least for this game, it's going to be. Go ahead.
Normally, I have 2 actions, like a movement and a standard, something like that.
You normally get 1 you get you can either move, attack. Well, you can move your full amount of movement points up to 6 and then attack. And then you also have a bonus action, and then you have sometimes, depending on your character, you might have reactions as well. And that's something that will not count towards your bonus action or towards your regular action. That's just something you could take, but that would be listed on your character sheet. So you could move and attack and then say quaff a potion or something like that. You couldn't move, attack, and cast a spell. You could move, you could use an ability like intimidate or help someone and do something like that, but you can't do an attack and a spell and all that. So yeah, you can go ahead and intimidate
Sure.
and all that.
Oh yeah, so I'll say 2 against 1 left, huh? Almost fair odds. I said, you better stop. You make fine warriors. You could be part of the Reavers for the Royce clan. We're the terror of the seas. Or you can feed the seagulls. It's your choice.
All right, roll. Since they've already bought down one of your characters, they're feeling kind of impressed, but you've also kind of made 2 of those go to sleep. So roll me intimidation. If you roll a 17 or above, they might get a little. Listen. Let's find out. Man, they ain't hearing your they ain't hearing your petty shit talk. Get out of here.
Not today.
They look at you. I could see the fear in your eyes, Bugbear. I thought your kind had more stout, made of sterner stuff. Perhaps there's just more fat on this Bugbear. And
Yes, put the bugbear in the stew. Fathead stew, weak bugbear, scared.
While they're moving their giblets, I throw my crossbow down with violence, and it's probably got a lot of nick marks on it from being done. So I draw my great axe, and with both hands, if I can do all of this, let me know. But I approach the first one that's talking, and I try to separate head from shoulders.
Sure, you could go. I mean, you could attack them. You just try to intimidate them, and they laugh at you. So now you're whipping out your great axe. So you're getting to the one that's closer to you. I think it's like what, 2 or 3 blocks away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one that's obviously not asleep, I assume. Okay.
Sure. And I'm trying to, if I can, the image is kind of hazy, but I'm trying to interpose myself between them and the wizard. I don't want them to get out the wizard like they were going to say they were going to do.
There's 10 feet of space in that hallway. You could put yourself between one of the bodies, I think, that are asleep. And that might kind of form a little bit of a block away until they're able to wake up their friend. But that's about it, because you have just that one laying there. They might try to, who knows? But you have 2 laying there. That's in that 1 5-foot spot area. And then you had your bard. And then you've got, so you can get in that one spot. I'll show you with the laser pointer. Right?
Sure, and I'm long-limbed, so I do have an extra 5-foot reach, if that makes a difference.
Oh, well, that definitely helps then. So, yeah, but you could get right there and be right next to the body of that orc. I'll move you there right now so we know there's kind of like a little... So you're trying to form like a little choke point there?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. I rolled a 7, so I'm assuming that missed.
And that red spot is just guts and blood. So you can walk through the guts and blood. If you're wondering what that is.
Aasimar wing blood.
Yep, it's just guts from the Aasimar. His wing is bleeding. All over the place. It's KFC, but KFC is gross. Okay.
Crispy.
Yeah, so crispy. All right, so you now go ahead to your attack. Oh, I already see it. You missed.
Oh, I did. I rolled a 7. Yep.
all that bravado.
Did I hit?
No, you know that didn't hit. You must be dreaming.
Okay. All right. Just asking. Just asking.
But
The work laughs. You talk a lot of big talk, but in the end, you've got no grumbas.
do any of you speak work? Okay, it doesn't matter. You just know kind of like certain words in that language, and in at work, grumbas means balls. All right. So now it is Orc 5. He's going to try to, or Orc 4, he's going to try to javelin. Now I guess the fighter, because he's the closest up there talking smack, was trying to intimidate. Plus everybody else is wisely hiding in the back now, like, oh, hell no. I saw what happened to the little chicken there. I ain't going in there. Actually, no. That guy, is he close enough that I could get up on the fighter? Y'all should be lying to me right now. No, Tony, he's not. Just range attack. Just lie. No, not
He
even
won't
close.
be able to step over his sleeping friends.
I don't think he can do that. I can't move. If I did something like that, I'd make him roll like a jump or something. I wouldn't just say that, 'cause that'd be unfair. 3, 4, 5. We can move catty corner 6. 5. Then technically, yeah, you're right there. So he's next to the other sleeping orc. So everybody's piled into this. Damn, it's a cluster screw right here, man. Because Everybody's piled in now. All right. He's going to do a great axe attack to this fighter.
Kill the one with no grumba.
I'll kill you here, little fighter. I've got you.
Oh, there's no way. Yeah, that's a miss. Gotta be.
That's a miss. It has to be. You're a fighter. What?
Yeah, you're looking for an 18.
Yep. All right.
Woo!
Ooh, that would have been vicious too, man. I don't even want. Think of that damage. Ooh, boy. Thank God. All right. So the orc comes over.
I've got this one.
And he goes to skitter and skirt around, but you're able to take your feet now because you're so close to the wall and your reflexes are so good. As he comes and tries to swipe underneath and maybe, I guess in his mind, hamstring you, hurt your leg, you are able to take your foot, put it into the crevice of the wall, and jump off the wall, go over the axe, and land back down in the same spot, almost like a little triangle jump right back down to orc.
Stay still, you bugbear shit.
All right.
Nice.
Completely whiffs. So now it is London. Well, London, death save.
All right, so as I'm laying there unconscious, all I can think about is the last thing Javier said was, "Let's go to the tavern." I should have went to the tavern. Oh,
Nice.
maybe I should have went to the
Very
tavern.
nice.
Wait. Also, don't forget you're hearing the song by Cheers. Where everybody knows your name. And they're always glad you came.
Actually is.
I hope so. Whoa! Oh! Crit save! Yeah, you are stable, homie. Woo! So here's,
Well, of course I am. I rolled a 20, right?
yeah, you're stable, bro. You're stabled out. All right, now somebody just got to get some healing on you. All right, you don't have a potion or anything. Javier kind of like, oh, it looks like the angel, Mr. Angel Man is coming back. Someone help him so we can live. And Javier's still hiding. Where's the wizard? I hide behind the wizard. All right, so now it is the orc's turn again. This orc is going to try the first one that is now, let's see, where's everybody positioned? Where's my orcs? I got... there's Mr. Fighter. That one's asleep, so 1, 2. And that one's already attacked, so it's a 1. Oh no, I'm sorry. No. Those guys are asleep. So their turns are skipped. Or this guy's turn is skipped. He's asleep. It is actually Sayak's turn.
All right. What I would like to do, I can't tell exactly how many squares it is up to right next to the right of our fighter. But I'd like to move up there.
To the right of the fighter?
Yeah, that right, and not stepping on the sleeping orc, but move right next to him. And I'm gonna move back again afterwards. So, but I want to move up there quick. Take a shot with my short bow at probably the one in the back is going to have the least amount of cover. And then once I shoot, I want to step back as far as I can back into the room.
So you want to go step in, its old guts?
Yeah, yep, right about where the guts are. Take a shot at probably the reddish armored orc, and then step back as far as I can.
Got it.
However, in my running about, I slip in the guts and do not. My arrow goes wide.
Okay. A little bit of an accident there, bro. You're technically next to the fighter, but because the miniatures are miniatures,
Yep.
obviously I have to squeeze in, but you are right next to the fighter, even if it may not appear like it. All right,
And then after my shot, if I have movement left, I want to kind of step back out of that doorway. That's why.
Okay, you want to step back?
Yeah, if whatever movement I have, so I'm not crowding in that doorway there.
Are you catty corner close to that? I hope you're not, because you already
I'm
said
not,
it.
I should be far enough away from attack of opportunity.
Okay, that's what
Hopefully.
I was. Good, you lied. No, you said it. Good. Smart man, lie better. All right, so no attack of opportunity. I didn't think you were, because he was like catty corner to the fighter. He wasn't, I think, like right in front. Or hold on, let me make sure. I don't want to cheat y'all out of a good experience. Even though technically somebody's already down. Let's see. That one down. You're actually right there next to him. So he would get you because because he's right in front of the fighter. There's the orc. Here's the fighter. Here's you next to the fighter. He'd be able to catty corner your threat.
All right. If had a network error on my Twitch here.
Network error on Twitch.
Yeah, I clicked the reload, but I can hear you still. I just can't see the Twitch right now.
Let me make sure it's okay on my end. Is everybody else seeing it okay?
I can see it
Yeah,
back
I
again
can
now.
see it.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. All right.
Well, if he looks like he's close enough to attack of opportunity, I would like to stay there. But if I'm committed, then I will just take the hit.
All right. I'll tell you what. I feel so bad doing this. I don't want to. I don't want to kill you all. God. All right. I'll attack with the javelin. Yay! There you go. Crit fail. Okay. So you're perfectly safe. All right. So you kind of were attempting to move a little bit to take one step back. Luckily, the javelin, your tabaxi reflexes, as he tried to hit you with the javelin, you literally jumped in the air and did like a twist and landed back down on all fours. You did the superhero landing where one knee was down and just looked and winked at the orc. Nobody gets attack of opportunity on me. All right. So next is... Now we are on another orc. Okay, so this one, oh, he is also asleep. And then the next orc, this one is awake. So this one is going to now throw the javelin at you. At the fighter. Those two are still asleep. They're going to be asleep for a little while. The javelin at Mr. Fighter here. Hit melee again, but it doesn't matter. Same roll, be the same thing. All right, we'll just use that roll because it's the same 21 points. It's the same weapon. It's just one says ranged, but it's the same damage, same everything. You can look at the stats if you want. So yeah, so 21. It takes 7 points, but all right. Does that bring you down, or are you still up, buddy?
I'm still up.
Awesome. All right, so as this orc, you see him, he's behind his friends. He can't exactly reach us, so he takes his javelin out and throws wide over the arcing of his friends, and it goes down and it hits you into your collarbone. You actually feel it chip off like your collarbone, and as you look to your side, you can see your exposed bone. Enough flesh has been removed that you can actually see the sinews of fiber of muscle as you're trying to move your shoulder and feel the grating of the bone itself. Nothing like seeing your own muscle fibers. All right, now it is Chip's turn.
I'm gonna make sure I'm far enough back. Yeah, but I'm gonna hold my action from Alistair, so I want to be able to. I'm just gonna hold my action. As soon as he attacks, I don't know if the other orc is attacked on his turn, but as Alistair does, I will.
Right now, you're throwing what?
I'm gonna end up throwing a spell, a cantrip, as soon as Alistair does, because mine a different impact if he's damaged or not.
So you're not going to try to attack any of you, you're just going to kind of hold off?
Right now, yeah.
Right now, someone in your party's like, you better cast, you motherfucker! All right, so you're holding...
I'm not going to kill him anyways. I can't do enough damage. And if I wait, I'm either going to do a 1d8 or a 1d12. someone damaged, I'll do a 1d12.
You got it,
I'm
bud.
just gonna wait for Mal.
You got it. Go ahead then. It's your turn, Jim.
Okay. What is that spell? Toll the Dead that you're doing, or something like that? Okay. So yeah. Malice is gonna swing on the orc that's in front of him.
Swing on him, Malice.
10.
All right. We know that does not hit, unfortunately.
I have the Will Wheaton disease, I guess. I don't know, man.
The sad thing is, look at that damage. Oh my god. If you'd only had hit, I mean, geez, bought down. That's vicious. All right, so sadly, that is a whiff.
Oh, bonus act. I'm sorry?
Go ahead, you got a bonus action?
Bonus action on the second win. So it's 1d10 plus 1.
These guys have been injured yet?
Oh.
No.
Oh my god, you crit roll.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Get
man.
back, two hit points.
all right, so you get 2 hit points back. That's good. That's better. Hey, it's better than nothing.
Better than London.
Yeah, better than nothing.
All right, well, the orc looks at you after he goes to whiff.
Ah, I told you to stay still, little orc. Or little bugbear.
All right, so he's whiffing, and now it is the final orc's turn, and he is going to throw. Wait, did I? I think I already. No, that's right. I did that because that was an attack. Okay, that's right. All right, so he's going to throw a javelin again from the back. That was attack of opportunity before. That's right. Almost thought I went twice. I was like, wait a minute. Didn't I? It's like, that's right. Attack
You
of
wouldn't
opportunity.
do that, DM, would you? You would.
Well, no, I hate that. I don't cheat. I don't do that. I hate seeing my players die, but I try to avoid the cheating thing. That's as it ruins it. All right, so let's throw a javelin here. 14. Does that hit the fighter?
It does not. No. You're
All
looking
right.
for 18.
So javelin once again. It goes wide. It just goes sailing past. This time it lands right in front of kind of where the wizard's seeing, and he sees the javelin kind of roll past him. He knows that something's going on, but he's hiding in the shadows. Like, hey, I'm squishy. I ain't a fool. I ain't going out there.
Well, I'm gonna move because I've got a 60-foot range on my spell. I'm just gonna move and use a. Neither one's injured, as far as I know.
Hold on. I will tell you. One is injured, and the 2 sleeping are not injured, and the 3rd in the back is not. The one closest attacking the fighter is injured.
Is the other one that's awake injured? The one closest to attacking the fighter is injured, so I'm going to use a Toll the Dead, and gets a Wisdom save.
Okay.
Takes D12 necrotic.
What's the save for that wisdom? I'm pretty sure I failed. I think it's a 13. I got an 11. So.
That's under the core. Let's see.
I think it's 13. I'm pretty sure I failed. What was the damage? Just click on the spell and it will roll the damage automatically for you.
I'll just. Oh, here you go. I'll just do this.
Right. So you did 3 points of damage. All right, so that's another 3. Do you want to describe how your spell went off, or do you want me to do it?
You can do it.
All right. So as you begin casting, this spell, light begins to. You actually see an inner light begin to form inside you, and as it gets closer, you actually get it within your hands and begin forming a ball, and you're stretching it out into long strands that almost look like daggers of light. And then you send them flying towards the orc. 2 of them actually, or 3 of them hit. But then as the daggers hit, one hits the chest, one hits the groin, and one hits the back, kind of circles around and hits the side of the leg itself. And he begins screaming in some pain, tries to grab the daggers, but of course they're non-corporeal, so there's nothing to grab. They just whiffed away. But the blood is real. Oh, all right. So now it is London's turn.
All right, so with my 5 actions I get to get right here, so I could actually help out the team. And so with this healing hands, can I do that to myself? Oh, it's just an action. It's not a bonus action. Sorry, I should have said that before. Let's see. As to the one that just got the damage in front of the fighter, I want to shoot Vicious Mockery at him, cast Vicious Mockery at him.
All right, 3. All right. Wisdom save again. Hold on. Sorry, roll 20's loading, guys. Sorry about that. There you go. And there we go.
And so as that misses, I would like to pick up my. Well, I won't. I don't want. I'll leave my wing there. But can I reach into my
wing?
pouch and then yeah, my wing. I'll just leave my wing right there. Reach into the pouch and then put on the ring to see what happens. He's like, why the hell not?
All right. What's your AC? What's your AC right now?
My AC is 13, but I got 0 hit points.
Okay. Well, if you put on the ring, your AC goes up by 1. So you're harder to hit while you're laying on the ground. Guys, I just got more harder to hit. Somebody heal me, for Christ's sakes. Oh, wait, I'm the healer.
And can I roll on the ground and accidentally touch my other wing and then give myself... No, I'm just kidding.
But so you've got that, and you've got your AC is up. I thought you were healed and up already with some hit points, so I don't know if you could even cast Vicious Mockery anyway. But we'll let you slide. It's an easy day. We're at GARYCON, man. We're sliding.
Yeah,
all right,
let's be fun.
Yeah, let's be
Doesn't
fun.
the natural 20 give you like 1 hit point or something?
Now you're just asking for it, man. Come on. See, he's like,
I wrote that down. Actually, it's true. Yeah.
Natural 20. You could just fly. You just fly through the dungeon.
Well, then I run in a spin because I only have 1 wing, so I keep hitting all the walls in the little cave that I'm at.
The Vicious Mockery didn't work anyway, so it doesn't even matter. We'll just say you tried to insult them as you were laying on the ground. You did like this. You just tried to give him the finger. That's all you got off. All right.
I'm doing a really good job today here, guys. Really good job.
So, no, man. As long as we're having fun, that's all that matters. So next is that orc's asleep, so it doesn't matter. Syak, it is your turn, the rogue.
And then I'm going to give him inspiration before he does whatever he wants to do.
Yeah, give him inspiration.
Bardic inspiration, yeah.
Bardic, go for it, man.
There's a big jumble of figures there. So, is the more green showing orc there? Sound like he could attack me. So does that mean I could attack him in melee?
The only one that could attack you is the one that is right in front of the bugbear fighter, which is right.
Is he the more greenish color one or the bluish one?
The more greenish one, right here.
Greenish. Okay. So I'll if he can attack me, I'll attack him then with my rapier. I'll do a quick thrust around the side of our big bugbear friend there, and hopefully try to catch him in his gut. And
nice.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh no, not nat 20. It's not.
Oh, not natural. Oh yeah, it's a 20.
Not natural, but it's
Good
a 20.
Good enough.
Well, that's right. Well, he's down. How do you want to describe it?
I go right under the bugbear's arm and just poke my rapier right through the orc's stomach and watch his intestines flop onto the ground.
One of the other orcs.
He looks like he got some meats too. Wait a minute. I'm the only one left.
He starts looking at you. You can see he's a little trembling a little bit, but he's still staying there. All right. So he's
with action, I'm going to move over towards. I'm going to sneak past around the back of the bugbear now that one is down, and go. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20. Kind of where this pile of guts is, up further into the room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to go in there and kind of spread out a little bit.
All right, but if you're trying to stealth during battle, it's going to be rough. And he's definitely looking at you.
No, I'm not trying to stealth. I'm just trying to.
Oh,
move
okay.
over.
Oh, okay. Because you said sneak in, so I thought you were trying.
Well, sneak between, as in it's near. There's people there, and I gotta dive. I dive through the bugbear's legs, and then sneak around the pillar.
Go like right about here.
Yeah. Yep. That looks good.
Gotcha. All right, so you're right there. Tiefling rogue. Well, not tiefling tabaxi rogue. Has to get around all the equipment in the studio. Studio's in our garage. Yeah, you wouldn't believe it. We play in here when it's like 40 degrees. It's like,
Goodness.
yeah, we're dedicated. All right. So next is you put down that one rogue or one orc. He's gone. The other one is still asleep. So it actually goes to Chip.
Take him out.
Guy's
Chip.
injured, right?
Yeah, kill him.
He's got a DC 13 Wisdom save.
All right, another.
For the Toll of the Dead.
You're gonna try Toll of the Dead? Okay, wisdom save. Let's do it here. Hold on. Ooh, I'm pretty sure that's a fail. I know it is. What you get for damage there for Toll of the Dead? Ooh,
Nice,
7.
7.
All right, so that's a nice little chunk. Because that guy was undamaged.
He's undamaged. Okay, so that's a 7.
Yep, so you're hitting the guy. Obviously, you're not hitting the ones asleep, I assume.
Not touching those. Nope.
Unless you totally wanted to troll your party. Like, I'm going to hit the sleeping guys. Hey! No, don't do that. Don't do that. So that guy takes 7. Do you want to describe your attack, or do you want me to do it?
You just hear a thunder's clap centered around the orc as his eyes go back into his head for a second, and then he shakes himself loose.
All right. And he takes 7 points. Next is our fighter, Jim.
All right. So there's still one orc up, or did he just go down?
No, he's up. But he took a nice big chunk right there. He got hurt.
So yeah, Malice sees his opening. He'll rush at him and charge and bite at him with his axe.
Get him, Malice. Get him, man. Do it.
Nice.
Oh!
Go.
Damn! Damn, look at that damage, son. Woo! Hotness. All right, he is down, obviously. Describe it. Describe it, son. How did you kill him?
So I come rushing at him, and I have a javelin stuck in my shoulder. And when I come right at him, I use that javelin to knock him right in the head. Probably pushes it further into the meat and gristle of bone, but whatever. I'll worry about that later. And when he's stunned and finally not moving, like they've been telling me to not do, I just I take his head clean off with 15 points of slashing damage.
The head rolls towards you, and it's still alive for about 30 seconds. It's trying to mouth movements, and its eyes keep opening like this. but it has no voice box, so it's not making any sense. And you slowly see the color drain out as it's still trying to mouth. And little twitches, and then it's
Sweet.
gone. All right. Now the other two are still asleep. So, you know, when you're still asleep, I think it's auto crit on any successful attack. So, and you roll, you know, if I'm not mistaken, and you roll with advantage or something, since they're prone. So go ahead, guys, roll with advantage and get some auto crits.
Oh, you know, London's very excited to do this because what he's going to do is, like, since he's got 0 points, if you allow him, he wants to pick up his wing and then slap it down that's on the ground and hit one of the sleeping orcs in front of him.
All right. So make sure you hit.
Wake
Better.
him up.
Well, you can't. No, don't wake him up unless. I shouldn't be telling you that. Normally, I wouldn't tell it to my players, but you know, probably not best to, you know, because if you miss the attack, they won't wake up. You only wake up if they hit and you don't kill it. So, I find it hard to believe you wouldn't kill it. All right, so roll your attack though, London. What was your attack on it? What are you attacking with?
Well, I'll just do it with a longsword then.
Yeah, roll with advantage. Well, you missed. On both things. All right, so you can't. London's trying to get up. He's all hurt, you know, from his wings, and I guess maybe you've lost so much blood from your wings. You're seeing like triple. So you see London's trying to like stab his wing into an orc that's not there. Like again, crazy.
Well, you know, London thinks to himself, you know, you have to forgive me, guys. This is the first time I've ever used one of my own body parts as a weapon. So I'm not as familiar. It's not a proficiency.
Yeah, no proficiency. Wait, no, it's your own body part, so you would be proficient technically. All right.
Well.
So who wants to try to attack the next orc on the ground?
I'll the
Oh, go ahead.
Syak will go up to
No, go ahead.
this first one that went down right by London, that he's still there. And I'll get my rapier out, and then I will gesture over to Malice at the other one and say, "Please be my guest at that guy over there." I'm
See,
gonna
I
hold
will
my
have
attack.
a
I'm gonna
go.
hold my attack action until he chops that one.
All right, what are you doing? What's your attack? Because I just saw somebody put up their wizard spell here, Ray of Frost. So London went first. The next person actually in line would be Syak. So Syak, what did you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the orc that's right by London, but I'm gonna gesture over to Malice to have him attack that guy first, the other one, and I'm gonna hold my attack until Malice attacks.
Okay, so you want. So. All right. So you're gonna hold your attack. All right, gotcha. So next would be then Wizard Chip. You go, and you want to do Ray of Frost.
I'm just gonna hold my attack.
You're gonna hold.
Fine. I don't know how that would work anyways with a coup de grace.
Okay, if you want to hold it, no problem. All right, so Jim, then it is your turn.
Yeah, we want to see what Malice can do.
Go for it, Malice.
All right,
It's your
so
turn.
I take my axe and say, maybe we leave one alive. Tell what knows. And I look at the wizard like for approval. Like, was that a good idea?
Babe, sure. Why not? And if they want to give us some, tell us what's in the next room before we dispatch them.
So, but it's not going to be the one that Malice is at because he's in the killing mood. So I will swing with the
The killing mood. Very good, lawful good people. Our neutral good. Go for it, Malice. Oh my! There we go. 22.
22.
With a.
Nice.
All right. Well, it's an auto crit, so you automatically crit. So, go ahead and roll another damage dice.
Okay. Plus 13.
Oh yeah, because you were to roll. All right, so it's your 1d12. So you did total 18 points of damage. All right, it's down. Gone. And now there's one more undamaged that's still alive, and you want to leave that one alive?
Is that our plan, to leave him alive?
I think someone had just
say
said that.
with disappointment in my eyes.
Yeah, we can ask him maybe if there's some healing potions around here.
All right. Well, then kick the axe away from him so he doesn't have any weapon, and then I'm gonna
Tie him
I'm gonna
up.
say everybody
Good
kind of
enough.
gather around, and I'll slap him in the face. And when he wakes up, I'll look at his face and say, "No, you die last."
Yes.
And I'll
All right, let me fix
be
this.
stepping on his sword arm.
You're gonna step. All right, so you're gonna wake this guy up and say, "No, you die last." That's the first thing you're gonna say to him.
Yes.
We're not gonna tell him we're gonna kill him.
Bye.
You don't. Maybe you be the last survivor of your party.
Get rid of these guys out of here. All y'all are gathered around this one guy. Who's gonna wake up. Wizard in here, obviously, because y'all just came in here. Gather in a room, make it. So y'all are gathered around this guy, showing him who's boss. All right. As he wakes up. What? Oh no! What? Oh, where's my friend? What do you want? You said I died last. I didn't mean any of those things. I didn't mean anything I said. Please, let me go. Please, have mercy, please. Javier is like, Senor, perhaps we could get some money from them. Check his pockets for cash. He probably has gold. Yes, I have gold. I'd give you all of my... Oh, here. He begins dropping out of his pocket. Dink, dink, you see little bits of gold, fuzz, acorns, what's left over of a dead rabbit's foot, that looks like it's actually been chewed on. Oh, sorry, that was my snack. And he puts it back in the dead rabbit's foot back in his pocket. What do you want?
Any potions or scrolls around here?
What? Is there
What
what?
else is in this place?
Potions?
What else is in this place?
No.
Treasure. Yes.
I've heard rumors of a great treasure, but I know not what it is. Please, I don't know anything. Let me go. There was supposed to be a door in this room, we had heard, but there is nothing here. It was lies, all lies. I won't cause any more trouble, I swear. I swear I won't cause. The only door we see is that room to the south, and that was empty. There was supposed to be another. But over there, that's where the door is supposed to be. There's nothing but a wall. Lies, lies. Please, I don't want any trouble. Just let me go. I beg you. He begins kissing your feet. Please. He's like grabbing your leg, like rubbing your leg. Please.
Well, think this guy can help us still?
I wish to make a reaper out of him, but it is your choice.
We check this wall over here on the west side and see if there's any secret doors over there.
Well, let me describe the room to you too. Now that you've walked in, as you enter this area, you can clearly hear, like you had said, you heard the conversations. And now that you're upon inspection of this area, you notice that every 10-foot section of wall seems to have a carving of a demon relief into it. You also notice a skeleton lying on the floor, its slender arms stretched towards the western wall. This was the spot. Now, the orcs didn't have a map, but this is the spot where the map claims that a corridor should be. But before you, all you can see is old, moldy stone wall. You see? Just stone. Nothing there. Let me go.
And I inspect the closest engraving, see if it, if I recognize it or anything.
All right, give me the engraving itself. Give me a religion check.
-1. Awesome.
Sorry, I had no idea. Where'd you roll? Oh, and
A 6.
A 6. You don't really recognize it. Just seems like, just a carving of some kind, old and ancient, but you really don't recognize anything that it might be.
What arcana or religion?
Hmm?
Can the wizard check arcana or religion? Or
No, Arcana is different than religion.
I didn't know if there was any
But you can, if you have the,
arcane right.
anybody can use religion,
I probably should have helped, but I mean I can. That's not
What?
help.
Well, you got that skeleton, like I said, you got the skeleton pointing to the wall. You got your orc that's begging you, telling you they were supposed to have found something over there, but they never found anything.
Just go where the map says. Go through that wall.
Yeah, let's do it.
Who's going to investigate the wall?
Let's see.
The rogue, you got some, rogue abilities there to find a hidden trap or something?
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay at it. Unfortunately, I'm not great at it, but I will definitely take a look at it.
So your rogue is going to go up there to the wall. All right, Mr. Rogue, give me... Oh, well, you already rolled it. Good job, bud. All right, you are able to... Let me go ahead and tell you. You decide to look more carefully at the wall and begin to run your hands over the surface of the wall itself, looking for any loose stones or grooves. After a few minutes, your fingers just catch the feeling of a small hole. As you peer inside the hole, you see a small button. Pushing that button causes a low scraping sound as the stone wall slowly sides to the left. As you enter this area, the smell of feces and urine overwhelms your nostrils. You sense no one has been here in a long time. As you creep through the darkness, you begin to feel, because obviously I assume y'all are going forward. Are you not going? Okay. Say, as you creep through the darkness, I'll put the camera on here in a second. As you creep through the darkness, you begin to feel a dampness in the air and the smell of rancid, quote unquote, water. It isn't long before you come across the cause. A large pit is stretched before you, filled with a rancid smelling liquid. How deep it goes and what the liquid is anyone's guess. Normally, attempting to surpass such an area would be suicidal, but time has thrown you a leg up. You notice a large branch from the surface has fallen down the shaft where the water is supplied from, quote, water, and is now wedged above the pit. A rope would be useful. Senor, look! I think you should use a rope. You could get across. I can smell treasure, senor. I think we are close. Oh my God, we are close. I know it. Let me go move you guys as y'all think about what you want to do. Get the camera on there in a second.
All right, and so do we have anybody have any rope? Maybe we can do what Javier says and try to see if we can make it across.
I do have a rope and a grab.
Malice has rope.
Yes, rope.
Alice, you have rope? That's awesome. Okay, great.
Yep.
Maybe we'll see what we can...
Oh no, we're being destroyed by a large yellow wall of something.
What evil sorcery lies in this place? I mean,
It's Big B's clenched fist or Mage Hand. Alrighty.
Didn't know I was going to die by fabric on this adventure.
Now we've got you up there. And you're going to swing across this pit on the water, quote unquote water. Alrighty. You can stay there, JC, because they're about to enter another area in just a second. I just want them to see that. All right. So y'all are going across this pit. As the last person crosses the pit, Javier, he's the last person to actually come across. Senor, I want to follow you. Is it safe? he looks really scared, and as he comes across, the branch slightly gives way. Luckily, you are there to catch him by his belt. The branch still appears to be wedged in between for your return. Hopefully. Now, you had to use, by the way, you found out that the length to get to this tree, it ended up taking all your ropes. All 3 of your ropes are tied together. All the ropes that you have basically were used to get across here. So just to let you know, they're all tied to this tree. All right, just a little note. All right, so as you're continuing down the corridor, you come to an area of heavy moss and vines. As you push your way through, you enter an area that is awash with green light. The source of these 2 lights are one snake orb with a pedestal in the center. And on the pedestal, right in front of your eyes, is your salvation, your dream, your fate, the golden hammer of Kaz. Treasure surrounds it, gold, silver, copper, gold bars. And the hammer lays its golden brilliance reflecting off the iris of your eyes and illuminating the room even within even more. It cannot be. It is only a dream. Do my eyes deceive me? Or is that the hammer of Kaz? That is the hammer you are looking for? I will stay here, though, senor, to watch your back, but it looks like there's nothing to fear here. You should go grab it. So Javier, he stays back. He's going to hang by like the log pit and everything that you just saw with the quote-unquote water. He's going to hang back by there. What do you all want to do? You should be able to, just a moment, see the room of my assistant's getting it. We're having to move much faster because this is GARYCON. Normally we have like a few seconds, right? But now it's like he's like I feel so bad. He's just jumping like left and right. You should see him because we're trying to do this within 3 hours span, real quick. All right, but we're gonna adjust that to get you on the other camera in just a second. I think he put it there, and you'll be able to see this room. And then you can
healed up to the max.
I'm gonna say, hey, look. Guys, by the way, everybody's at full hit points and everything. Everybody had a rest, okay? Rather than have to do a rest with three rests or 3, everybody's on watch. No. This is GARYCON. Everybody took a rest, okay? Let's just say you took a rest, full rest. Everybody healed up. All right, let's just get that.
This is the only thing I ever wanted to hear. That's amazing.
Can I say something, Tony?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Of course you can.
Yeah. So, being that we didn't decide what we wanted to do with the orc, I think that Malice starts to tame him using both orcish and bugbear ways, slapping him around a little bit, browbeating him.
Give me 2 rolls. 2 rolls, and he'll become your bitch. Okay? Give me
intimidation.
Intimidation for 10, animal handling for 10.
Okay.
10 or above on both those rolls, and he's your bitch for today. It'd be cool if you get it. I hope you do. There's the first one.
Hey.
Oh no, that one's intimidation. You got to do animal handling.
Okay, so I got
so
a 15. I have it still set to advantage. Sorry, let me put that back to normal.
Well, it doesn't matter. You don't have to. I can see which one is the non-advantage roll anyway, so it doesn't matter. But
okay.
you just need to do animal handling. Oh shit.
Nope.
All right, so you bitch slap him, right? And he kind of cowers in fear. I told you I don't know anything. I pay. I've never even seen this area. But that water smells good. But you try to tell him like you're gonna start working for us. I will not work for you. I don't even know how to do that. You'd have to train me to do such a thing. I've never learned. Please, I'll work for you if you'll keep me alive. But he doesn't know how because you weren't able to show him the proper way. So unfortunately, he's scared of you, but he's too dumb to have learned anything. If this was our campaign and you were one of the members of the cast, though, next week you get another chance because both of my people have done that. The evil team kidnapped a kid and made it like they're kind of like the kid is kind of like their pseudo slave, which is horrible. And then the good team has like a pet mountain lion. Yeah, the evil team killed the parents and took the child. It's truly sick people. All right. So it is now y'all are across. You see the room. You should be able to see it on the camera now. What do you want to do? You see the golden hammer of Kaz, the treasures surrounding you. It's right in front of you, the hammer. There's an orb glowing. Oh, you can't see the LED orb, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Your shot's fine, JC. We're not going to worry about the LED tonight. So
I see it turning. Yeah, I see it.
Hey, it's good. Yeah, it's going.
oh, you can see. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can see. I had to scroll up. Okay, there we go. So you see the orb and everything, and you see little bits of the rest of my map for the other games behind it. Sorry about that. But yeah, so you see that.
Perhaps when we just rush up to it, seems a little too good to be true, doesn't it?
Someone's going to rush up to it? Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think that we kind of be cautious about going in.
Okay, so you're going to be cautious. You're going to investigate. Who wants to let's go down the line here. So rather than everybody talk at once then. Jim, what do you want to do?
I think Malice takes a couple of steps forward, and he looks behind and sees his companions not really following right away, and then he stops and looks at his companions quizzically.
Okay, so Malice kind of like walks a little bit forward, then stops. All right. You want to say anything to him?
Be a trap, Malice. Be careful. This looks too good to be true. Too easy to get to it. Help us look for traps. Then we will grab the prize. It suits you.
Yes.
All right. So you want to do that?
But our helper over here has to help. He keeps trying to be in the back and not do anything. He needs to do something to earn his keep.
What? You mean the orc?
No. So the orc proved himself too stupid and no longer useful. So when we crossed that rope pit with the 3 ropes, when it was the orc's turn to try to cross the pit, before he's able to grab onto the rope, Malice just shoves him in the pit.
All right. Yeah, I just saw that note pop up. I was like, okay, I guess we'll rewind for a quick second here. As Malice had done that, the orc goes in. Wait! No, I can be useful. Wait! And he falls in, and you literally see him begin to melt. He hits it. The blood, his flesh become one color, like a greenish, pinkish ooze begins hitting the water. He's still alive. Muscles burning, sinews, the smell of the hair, the flesh, and the smoky, the liquidy parts of his body begin filling the tunnel area itself. The ceiling is only 10 feet high, so you're inhaling. You can almost taste it in your mouth. The burnt, disgusting, acidly flesh. The last thing you see is the acid burns a hole through his neck this way, so it actually comes back out his mouth as he's going down. And then just dissolves.
Javier coming across the pit with us.
Hi, senor. I am staying right here. I told you. Javier stayed. He crossed the pit. He got across the rope, but he stayed back by the pit while y'all went forward to the room. I stay back here, senor. I don't want trouble. Oh no, I stay back here. You call me when you need me to dig. That is what you hired me for. And you owe me more gold piece. I want to be paid extra for this. You hear me? Extra. All right, so now...
Fill your pockets. Fill your pockets.
Good. I have 4 kids to feed. 4 children. Do you know how many kids that is? Oh, my wife is going to be so angry. All right, so now it's... London, what do you want to do?
Well, first thing I say is, Javier, not 10 minutes ago, you said you have 5 kids to feed. Now you say you got 4 kids to feed. How many damn kids you got? Are you being straight with us?
I was hoping, to be honest, I just did that for fun. I was hoping one of y'all would call it out like Total Recall. You are the freaking man. Give yourself inspiration for noticing that. Shit, man, you got me.
Right.
No, but he really still had.
Mean that I get to...
You got inspiration just for noticing that Total Recall reference. But no, he still just has 4 kids. He's not trying to be sneaky or anything like that. At least, you don't think obviously that it's strange that he said that at this moment.
Well, we've been through a lot in this time in this dungeon. Murdered wings and all.
Yeah.
Give it to him.
You're going close.
All right, and so with that Javier issue cleared up, I do gingerly, cautiously kind of walk in and see if there's anything. If I'm standing beside this pile of silver stuff right to my immediate right, I again take my long sword and kind of stick it into it like I did with the sand in the other room to see if anything happens.
It clinks. You hear just some clinking, like coins shifting, weight and coins shifting.
And then, satisfied with that, I bend down and then grab a handful, see what happens.
They're just coins.
All right. And so then I look at the group. I'm like, so far so good, gentlemen.
Holy shit, we're rich. All right. What do you want to do, guys? You got the hammer in front of you. Let's go down the line. I'll ask everybody again here. Let's go to, or it's London. Is there anything else you want to do other than that, real quick, or is that all you just wanted to let your party know? They got some
I just want to
silver.
let the party know that Javier does have kids and that this silver pile, at least immediately by me, is safe enough when I grabbed it.
Gotcha. All right. Syak, what do you want to do?
Which of these piles is the hammer on, or where is the hammer exactly?
Hammer is straight in front of you. You should be able to see it. It's emitting like a blue light. You see
It's
it?
the blue. Okay, I see the blue one. Yep.
Yep. You see the hammer? That's the golden hammer. Well, quote unquote golden hammer of Kos.
Haven't touched that yet.
I would like to try to kind of go around this right side of the room here. And I do have claws that I can climb walls with. 20 feet of walls I get to climb. Kind of like to go climb on the walls to get to the across from the edge of this pyramid and kind of leap over on the pyramid so I'm not touching the floor in between.
So you want to climb on the walls, and that's not a pyramid. What the thing is on top of is just a dais. That's just steps in front of you. That's just
Yep.
okay. So you just want to crawl and then jump straight on to the platform itself.
I'm thinking, the first step, jump onto that first step, but not touching the floor around it.
Okay, give me. Definitely we can do the claws because you got claws. Even though I thought they applied just to trees, I don't care today. It's all good. I'll let you get that, but give me an acrobatics if you want to do that funky twist and jump onto the wall. Give me acrobatics. Get me 16 or above. Oh!
Whoa!
All right, you are on the. All right, you are on. Yes, with flourish, you are on the platform right next to the hammer now. I'm not going to get up and move. I'm not going to get up and move you right now, but.
Yep. And I don't think that's probably all I can do this turn. I'm just looking at it, but not really searching or anything. So.
Okay. You don't want to grab it and look at it. I'll tell you what. You're close enough that you'll be able to see this. The hammer sits on a pedestal made of jade and ivory. While it appeared to be sitting on the pedestal, upon close inspection, you notice it is actually hovering slightly above it. You can feel the power, and more importantly, you can see its worth. It pulsates with a bluish light as you stand near it, almost begging to be wielded. So next, since that's all Syak wants to do, he's too pussified to grab it.
If I can say something, I will. But
what's up, Syak? Go ahead, bud.
I was just going to turn to the rest of the group and say, should I grab it, or do we want to prepare a little bit first in case something happens?
Grab it.
If it's easy enough to grab it, then we can do it afterwards.
All right. I will grab the golden hammer of Cass.
With all, don't worry.
No, don't grab it.
You're all worried.
With this orb here.
You got what? You got what? The orb?
I don't want the orb something out as soon as you grab it.
All right, well, let's see what happens when he grabs it. What do y'all think happens?
I think something bad happens.
Something
Very
bad.
bad.
Oh, that
I think
hurts,
this is not
guys.
a good idea.
That really hurts.
We should-
All right. Your hands tremble with both fear and anticipation as you grasp the hammer in your right hand. Shockingly, other than the burdening weight of the hammer's great weight, nothing appears to happen. You are instantly aware that this mighty weapon can only be wielded by a powerful paladin of pure heart. In other words, out of a character, y'all ain't using it. Then the room begins to shake. The corridor is collapsing. You only have moments to make it out alive. You see that Javier is already gone. All right, so you're running down the corridor. You get to the log pit. We're gonna have you there in a second. Let me move your characters in front of the log, this pit where you were before.
And then as I'm grabbing Silver right next to me at the pile, I was like, damn it, we should listen to Ovo.
And you're grabbing all this. So let me see. You're sitting there literally as the world is collapsing around you, trying to shove your pockets full of gold. I gotta get the gold. No,
Get filled up like some gold first, and
I
then
gotta get the
going
gold.
across 100 pounds heavier.
All right, hold on. So y'all get back to Javier, and this happens. DM can get back to it. See, that's when it's gonna happen. Okay. All right. Let's see what view we're on. Make sure you can see Javier and everything. And you switch it to the battle cam view, JC. First person view. Or the other first person view. So they can get a nice little view of what's going on. Well, I'll start describing, and the camera should kick in just a minute. As you reach the pit, you see some of the quote-unquote water has been filled in by crumbling debris. A large amount, actually. But there is still quite a distance to the other side. Javier has already gotten across and is holding the rope. Give me the hammer, and I throw you the rope. He looks around the crumbling corridor, then back at you. No time to argue. Harry, throw me the hammer. All right, what do y'all want to do?
Boom! He's taking a bolt right to the chest.
You gonna try to shoot Javier?
Absolutely.
Okay, you're gonna roll. I'm gonna let you go with this one, but you're gonna roll disadvantage because everything is shaking and crumbling around. We'll say that Javier is AC because you don't know who Javier really is. Let's give him an AC of 16. So go ahead and attack. If you get this off, it's gonna be funny. Go ahead. You'll see. There's a reason. Javier wasn't who you thought he was. But if you get it off, you'll kill him. I'll let you kill Javier. Go for it, man. We can still work the adventure.
Alright, Ray of Frost. So I've got main spell attack.
Well, just do a straight attack, like you know what I'm saying. I mean, is that a spell attack? Like it has an attack roll of some kind?
Spell attack bonus 5.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. Just do something that has like a roll, so we can so I don't have to counter roll it or something.
Yeah, I'll roll a 20 and I guess add 5 to that. 8, 10.
Oh.
All right. So you go to cast your Ray of Frost at Javier. Javier sees it coming. Son, you must think you thought I was a fool and I was weak, but I've known what you guys are going to be doing the whole time. Adios, senors. I'll come back for the hammer later with my men. And he quickly runs with the rope, and he's gone out, going down the corridor. Now the corridor is collapsing behind y'all. What do you want to do? The other team did the same thing. Just to let you know, the other people did the same kind of thing you did, similar, and they did make it out. So it's possible. What do y'all want to do, guys? The corridor is collapsing. Now it is the debris has filled in the gap a little bit more, so it doesn't look as suicidal of a jump. But it's still, you'd have to do It'd be a little bit of a jump if you tried to jump.
Yeah, and so that is what London absolutely tries to do, is like get a little running start, and then try to leap with his one wing and try to hit the stones that are in the quote unquote water.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an athletics check at 14, please.
Yeah, with a -1.
Ooh.
Oh, just a 1. Oh, positive 1. Okay, no, still 14. Never mind. R.I.P. London. Pour one out once again. His other wing burns.
Yeah, London is in trouble. London has not made it over the pit. Ooh.
Even with my inspiration, I got a 12.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You didn't pass at all. I hate doing it. You start to feel a melting sensation. But give me one more. I'm gonna give you one more roll. Roll me a 10 or above, and that will give you pulling. You just got to the edge, but you're beginning to melt, but your hand's on the other side of the edge, trying to pull yourself up. But if you fail this one, athletics for 10 or above. Come on, London.
Yes, finally.
All right.
One good roll.
All right, so you take how many hit points do you got? You're down to 1 hit point, whatever it is. You're down to 1 hit point again. And you've taken some nasty damage from this thing as you're trying to crawl out. You could smell your wings are down to nubs. You don't even have wings, and it looks like it's going to end up permanently taking your wings. That was the price of the DM helping you. You permanently lost your... Not like you're playing again, so it doesn't matter. All right, so London's run across. It is now Sayak's turn. Sayak, what do you want to do as London's across? He's just pulled himself. The temple is crumbling. There's a boil of burning acid in front of you. Harry, Sayak, what do you want to do?
All right, I've got the hammer in my backpack, and I am going to move forward and leap across using the rubble that's caved in. And if I can get any extra purchase from my claws on the wall to help me, I'll do that and try to make either in acrobatics or athletics. They're both the same for me. So
We'll let you do, since you're going to be trying to use your claws and kind of like click it into the wall, we'll let you do an acrobatics check. It's not going to be at advantage or anything, because that I'm not letting anybody else roll at advantage, so that wouldn't be fair. But I will let you do the acrobatics because you're trying to do a little flourishy jump. Same roll,
Okay.
14 or above to get across.
all right, and then all right, so we'll roll that first. There we go.
So you just literally, like, man, you're freaking almost running across the side of that wall, flip jumping, hitting the other wall, and then landing right next to not Mouse, London, and you grab London's hand and kind of just pull the rest of them up and took your sword and kind of swish the acid, what's left of it, off into the thing with your sword, helping out London, patting them down. All right, so now it is Chip's turn.
All right, I'm gonna use my
Harry Chip.
acrobatic.
Harry Chip.
1T. Okay.
Ooh. All right. Chip falls into the acid. Now this roll you have to make by yourself because it wouldn't be fair to let the other people kind of to help you because the other person didn't get help. So unless y'all want me to do that, unless y'all, if the party says we vote for him to all get help too, that we can help and you roll with advantage, pulling yourself up, then hell with it, we'll do it. It's one of those days.
I
What do y'all?
have bardic inspiration if that helps. You know, it's just part of my class. If that
There you go. That makes it even better. Then it's all good. It's real game mechanics. We're not fudging. All right, give him some bardic inspiration to pull yourself up. 10 or above. Athletics. Come on, Chip. Come on, 10 or above. With advantage.
It's not advantage, right? Okay.
Yeah, it is advantage. Come on.
10 or above
Athletics.
with advantage, do it.
Athletics.
I'm just gonna roll them twice.
Well, just click athletics. Or yeah, you can roll them
there we
twice.
go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So
there we
you
go.
made it. You made it. So the first time you made it anyway, so we're all good. All right, so you're able to just, pull yourself up to the other side, just taking, you're down to 1 hit point as well. So you're burned, there's a huge slough of your skin. It actually got on your face when you hit it. And a huge side of your face is now burnt off and your jaw is exposed. They can actually see your teeth and your partial jawbone. The pain is excruciating, but you're still alive. All right, with 1 hit point. It is now Jim's turn. The corridor is crumbling. Dust is falling. The world is going doom. What are you doing, Jim?
All right. So all this time while his companions are jumping, he pulls out his Lucky Charm bone fetish, looks at it, shakes the gourd a little bit, kisses it, and then says to his companions, "Next time you let Malice jump first, I help. You friends, me no want you die." And then I will leap across. Athletics.
Oh,
Bam.
Boom.
Bam, you're across. You're right. You go sailing. You know, your muscles are pumping. Your legs begin to ripple. You can see the strength in this man's thighs. They don't have squats back in medieval times, but if they did, man, this dude's done them. And he's sailing across, arms going all the way forward and lands square perfectly. Superhero landing. Nails it. Looking awesome. There we go. All right. But it ain't over. It ain't over.
Collapsing ceiling.
Oh, no.
Corridor.
There's more than that. There's more than that. As you pull yourself up from the trap, you have just enough time to trap. And you pull yourself up from the pit. You have just enough time to catch your breath before you hear a low rumbling sound. Your eyes widen in disbelief as the ceiling opens up and a giant boulder comes rolling after you. Hold on, I have to get the boulder. Yes, I actually have a real rolling boulder for you.
Nice.
When you play Nerdbauchery games, no expense is spared. Totally merchant. Totally merchant. Dun, 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 dun,
I
dun,
know, I
dun,
was about to say, where's
dun.
that soundtrack?
There we
Can you
go.
even play that on Twitch?
Oh, yeah, but we get blocked. Or we get copyrighted.
Yeah, that's
All right, so I'm going to roll a boulder, and here we go. JC's checking the boulder roll. And I'm going to roll it. And here we go, boulder. And can y'all see good?
Just a boulder.
Yeah, just a boulder.
Oh, which they can't see their characters. Let me know when you can see your characters.
Let me know when I'm going to see my character die with my 1 hit point.
Can you see your characters?
If you could go, ready?
Okay, here we go. Ready, JC? All right, here we go. Ball's going. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, damn it. Jumped over it. Dun, dun, dun. Oh!
3 out of 4.
All right.
Oh.
All right.
Stop. Oh.
But that doesn't mean you really died. That was just for a cool effect. You got to see, we also have pressure plated traps in our games as well. If you put a mini on it, the trap goes off because of the pressure plate. If you watch our show, you'll see some of the pressure plated traps. All right, so I need each character to make me 2 successful checks. DC 14 acrobatics and DC 12 athletics to avoid this boulder and make it out of the corridor. May the odds be forever in your favor, people.
Oh, God.
London does not make it. Looks like Syak has made it. Yep, Syak made it. Our wizard did not make it. Our fighter did not make it. Our wizard rolled a 19. Wizard, you have to roll the acrobatics because you have to pass both checks.
Yeah, he got a 7.
We got one past one.
Yeah, they're just separated.
I'm talking about the wizard, Chip. Oh, he did. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I see it. I'm sorry, Chip. I see it. I saw it up. It was because there was a break. I see Royce is in there. So Royce failed. You failed. Who passed?
Syak.
So Syak is the only one. All right. Let me describe Syak. You make it out. All right, and the hammer is we'll say that you see the hammer chink by you, like roll out of the pack of Jim or whoever had the hammer, and you're able to pick up the hammer. Okay, good. You're able to pick up the hammer. Okay, great. All right. So running literally for your life, Sayak, you're able to duck and dash just out of the way of the boulder and jump into the room from before the secret door as it seals shut the entrance forever, sealing anyone or anything left inside. You breathe a sigh of relief and a relieved chuckle, but then quickly remember that not only has Javier killed your friends, but he was trying to get your hammer. It's time for revenge. Failure at the boulder. That's really what happened to you poor bastards in there. You begin running for your very life. You begin running for your very life, but the jump at the pit and, of course, pulling yourself up has taken its toll. You know you cannot run it. Terrible fear begins to wash over you as you know how painful this death will be. Luckily, you don't think about it too long as the boulder catches up with you and crushes you from the feet up. You let out a last startled gasp as it crushes your chest and takes your life, sealing what's left of you forever inside. And now, all right, so Sayak is running. Everybody else is wiped. Yeah, the Sayak is running. He's getting out, and Sayak makes it to the front entrance as it is back out under the church. Let's get Sayak here. And he is out under the church here, and he has gotten out and escaped and survived with the hammer of God. But as you come out, what, did you think it was over?
There's always a but.
There's always a but. In my adventures,
Javier and his army. Watch.
no, God. I actually do personal side quest missions in my my things for my players. So if they have a backstory, I actually design quests around their backstory that trips them out. This reminds me of it. All right, so Sayak, as you ascend the stairs and cross the threshold to exit Dagger Falls, you are greeted by the familiar smells of salted pork and smoked beef. Townfolk seem shocked to see anyone coming out of the ruins after the cave-in they just heard from above. Wide-eyed and mouth agape, one of them motions forward to speak to you. By the thunder's light! I thought she'd be dead for sure, me friends. Here, have an ale on me. You look like you need it. Oh, and good news. Your friend Javier made it out too. Seemed like he was in a big rush, but I think he was on his way to the docks to board the Falling Star since he dropped this advertisement booking package. Your move, guys. And that's the end, actually. But you should see a boat. You should see a boat right now that will come up. Not the camera right now. JC, we're going to remember this. This is going to be fun. Our first virtual con where poor JC he's going to lose weight. Running back and forth. I should record that behind the scenes. But just show them the splash screen of the boat. Got a little bit of a delay here. And then you'll see Javier escaping on your boat. Now, this boat is a custom painted Fallen Star, too. It's not that stock brown. I hated that shit. It was all right, but I had to get a better boat. I had to have somebody did a beautiful job painting it. One of my friends, he actually made that thing look amazingly gorgeous. Painted the spindles, made things look aged, wear on it. Do you have not that view, JC? Do you have the splash screen for the boat from, like the last game? Should be in that folder. Oh, it has it? I can't see it. I must have crazy delay. Well, if y'all see it, that's it then. Hopefully you enjoyed the adventure. I was a little bit nice on many of the rolls, even though y'all still died at the end. Sorry about that. But Sayak did survive, so he will avenge you and figure out, and hopefully catch up with Javier in the future and take revenge.
Well done, Sayaking guys. And what if happened if we had just said to Javier, piss off in the beginning?
If you had what? Just gone to the tavern?
If we told him to get away, we don't need you, go away.
Oh, well then there actually is that option. I just would have come back at the rope bridge and the rope would have been cut and then he would have been on the other side. With the same exchange, no matter what eventually happens is no matter what, Javier is going to betray you. He's going to betray you at the rope bridge that forces you to make the choice to either give him the hammer and get across the bridge safely or not give him the hammer and of course, obviously take the other route. Of course, there's no proof. Maybe he would have dropped the rope and betrayed you. You never know. But adios, senor. You remember? But the bottom line is, yeah, there's other options that were available to you. If you had gone back to the tavern, I guess you could have done that, but you would have wasted your GARYCON ticket, because I've said, okay. You could actually have that plan. Here, I'll read it to you. I actually have that plan. If somebody tried to be a smartass and you're like, yeah, we're all going to go back to the tavern then, Tony. I'm like, okay, well, all right, you want to read the description of go back to the tavern? If the characters decide to ban, after a long consideration, you realize that living a life as a pauper is better than being a dead rich man. Years go by, and in time you leave Waterdeep or Dagger Falls and settle into a life as a cook and a faraway inn at the spine of the world. In between your bouts of pneumonia from the bitter cold and piles of spittle-filled dishes, you often wonder of the life that may have been in your younger years had you just not given in to fear. See, you could have gone back to the tavern and been a wuss. You would have lived your life as a dishwasher.
We'll go back and carve everyone else's names in the rock at this place, so they will not be forgotten.
Damn right, Sayag. Did y'all have a good time?
Yes, it was fun.
Fantastic.
Thanks, guys. I tried. I hope you all take a look at my show or our show, because it's not just me. We have a full cast. And if you look at our Twitch channel, you'll see we have a bunch of reruns if you want to check it out. We also have another Twitcher that is runs his show on my channel. He's a really good guy. His name is DM Raven. He doesn't use the actual Dwarven Forge stuff. He uses virtual tabletop. We're trying to experiment with all mediums of Dungeons and Dragons. I do the tabletop, the Dwarven Forge stuff. He does the virtual tabletop, and we'd like also to get someone, but we haven't found someone yet, who's really good at theater of the mind, who can just really, really go off on amazing descriptions and take people on a Bob Ross type journey just with their words. But I think that's one of the most difficult things, is to find a person who's that good with theater of the mind. But that's what we're working on now. Do you have any questions for me? Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, how big is this room you're in with the Dwarven Forge stuff? Like, how many square feet you guys set up?
This table is 6 foot by 4 foot, the table itself. So 6 feet long by 4 foot wide, and it's completely filled with Dwarven Forge. And then underneath the table, as you can see, like you saw during certain camera angles, that your dungeon is actually underneath the other terrain. So I have this stuff on battle boards. So what I'll do is, when people are going to a dungeon, I'll just lift the battle board up, and then the dungeon is underneath. Like for the encounter, well, I don't want to say how many encounters are in case you do watch the show, because they're about to enter the dungeon area. They're near the end of the module, chapter 3, which is the final chapter, and they're actually going in here. And like I said, we have special guest stars. Stefan Bracani, the owner of Dwarven Forge, is going to be in one of my games. I'm actually writing up that adventure. Yeah, well, Stefan only likes 1E. He actually told me that he's like, I don't want to play 5E. He wants to just play 1E, so that's fine. I'm designing a 1E game. We've got that. I'm working on that after GARYCON. But we also have Mace. She is the person who runs their Twitch streams for Dwarven Forge, and she's on the evil team. She actually plays that Tabaxi rogue. That rogue is actually Mace's character, specifically ordered for Mace and painted for Mace. So you're actually using a legendary character. And then Nate Taylor, who is the president basically of Dwarven Forge, right underneath Stefan, he is going to be coming as a special guest star to play the big baddie, the final baddie, for the good team, and maybe the bad team, but the bad team's probably going to make a deal with the bad guy and not want to kill him. They'll probably want to end up killing somebody else. So we'll see. Maybe Nate will be the other NPC or the other NPC for the evil team. But the bottom line is, guys, we have a lot going on. If you like watching Twitch, and you like watching people play Dungeons and Dragons, check us out. You see how my games are, and it only gets better with people I know and play longer. Like this is our first session. And I think
is always getting better.
What did you say?
Still in our early stages, so our tech and our stuff is always getting better.
Yeah, you hear our tech guy. That's JC.
We're introducing other stuff. We're planning to introduce stuff like podcasts in the future related to D&D and pop culture.
Yeah. Did you hear all that, guys?
So there's stuff along that.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you want to check us out, I don't want to sound like I'm begging you. I'm just saying if you like this kind of stuff and you enjoyed the game I gave you and you want to really see things get crazy, tune into the shows. Because tonight it was kind of like we were trying to keep you within your 3-hour time frame, push you through certain things like we didn't do rests. I just said, okay, you got all your hit points. Stuff was kind of like real snappy and fast, but I still tried to give you good RPing because I think that's the highlight of our games is we do a lot of narrative. Like I said, I design for every character. I design multi-quest arcs around their backstory that will continue on until they pass away. It's not just one side quest. Like you do a side quest that's part of your related to your backstory, and then it grows from there depending on the decisions you make. And of course, that also goes along with the normal module. Every session, my party has 3 options. They can advance the main quest, they can advance a normal side quest, or they can advance somebody's personal side quest. And that's how we do it.